If you've ever wondered how to turn kitchen scraps into a living, breathing nutrient bank right under your plants, this method will change the way you think about gardening. Imagine a system where your banana peels, coffee grounds, and vegetable scraps don't just rot on the surface, attracting fruit flies or creating a stinky mess. Instead, they vanish into the soil, feed the roots directly, and leave behind soil so rich it practically grows plants on its own. This is the magic of the rotten banana peel tunnel, a lazy gardener's underground composting technique that delivers nutrients where they are needed most all season long. Bright images showing kitchen scraps being turned into nutrients for plants. For gardeners who want healthy, fast-growing plants without constant trips to the compost bin, this method is revolutionary. It works for raised beds, in-ground plots, and even container gardens. And the best part? You don't need to turn piles or manage compost piles for months. All the heavy lifting happens below the surface, where your plant's roots can access nutrients gradually, in perfect harmony with the soil life. Why banana peels are secret superstars for soil. Banana peels are often overlooked, but they are a powerhouse of nutrients that plants love. Rich in potassium, phosphorus, calcium, and magnesium, they feed essential functions such as root development, flowering, and overall vigor. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that can burn roots or create nutrient spikes, banana peels release their goodness slowly as they decompose. This slow release is perfect for feeding roots over weeks, even months, without constant reapplication. You know, banana peels are more than just kitchen scraps. They're loaded with nutrients that can really benefit your garden soil. These peels break down pretty quickly, releasing potassium, phosphorus, and even a bit of calcium, all of which your plants absolutely love. Beyond just the basic nutrients, banana peels actually help boost microbial activity in your soil. Soil microbes are like the hidden workforce in any healthy garden. They break down organic matter, release nutrients in plant-available forms, and create humus that improves water retention and soil structure. So, by burying banana peels underground, you're basically creating a microbe-friendly environment that hums with life right beneath your plants. Alright, let's talk about building the banana peel tunnel. The process starts with a simple trench, just deep enough to fit your scraps without messing with the main root zone. Usually about 4 to 6 inches deep works well for most garden beds, though you can go deeper for larger crops or long-season veggies. And for the width, shoot for around 4 to 6 inches too, just enough to easily place peels, coffee grounds, and other kitchen waste in a single layer. Alright, so at this stage we're getting the trench ready for our banana peel composting. Take your time to dig a trench that's about 6 to 8 inches deep, making sure it's long enough to accommodate all your kitchen scraps. This step is really important since a well-prepared trench sets the stage for all the benefits that follow. Once the trench is prepared, the magic happens. Layer the banana peels along the bottom, slicing them if necessary to help them break down faster. You can mix in other soft kitchen scraps, such as vegetable trimmings or spent coffee grounds. The goal is to create a rich, moist environment that microbes love. Adding a handful of soil or compost over each layer helps keep pests away and ensures close contact with the earth, which accelerates decomposition. Finally, cover the trench with the remaining soil. Over time, rainwater, irrigation, and natural soil activity will continue to move nutrients upward, right where plant roots can reach them. The plants above benefit directly from the nutrient tunnel, while the buried scraps turn into humus, improving soil structure and moisture retention. So, why does underground composting work better than just using surface mulch? Well, a lot of gardeners just pile scraps right on top of the soil as mulch, hoping everything will break down over time. While that can work, it's usually a slower process and, honestly, it often attracts pests, molds, or even flies. On the other hand, underground composting, like the classic rotten banana peel tunnel, puts all that organic matter directly in contact with soil microbes and plant roots. That way nutrients are released exactly where your plants can use them. This method also helps prevent nutrient loss from surface exposure. Sunlight, wind, and heavy rain can all leach nutrients away or dry out your scraps before they even start to break down. But with underground tunnels, the organic matter is totally shielded from those elements, creating a stable, moist environment where decomposition is not just possible, but actually efficient and consistent. And, by keeping your compost underground, you're really locking in those nutrients for your plants. It's a simple way to make sure nothing valuable washes away, and your garden gets the most out of every bit of organic matter you add. Timing and crop compatibility are really important. The beauty of the banana peel tunnel is its flexibility. You can build it before planting, inserting the scraps along rows or around the base of young seedlings. Or if you prefer, it can be created mid-season to give established plants a little nutrient boost. For long-season crops like tomatoes, peppers, and squash, these tunnels provide a slow-release food source that keeps roots fed from early growth all the way to harvest. Leafy greens, herbs, and root vegetables also benefit tremendously. The slow nutrient release encourages steady growth, improving both flavor and texture without causing excessive leafy growth at the expense of roots or fruits. Essentially, you're feeding your plants in a way that really mimics nature, where nutrients accumulate gradually in the soil rather than spiking all at once. Maintaining your tunnels is, honestly, one of the best parts of this method. It's just so low maintenance. Once you've buried the banana peels and kitchen scraps, they keep decomposing all on their own. If you decide to plant multiple rows, you can actually stagger where you place your tunnels, and that way, nutrients get spread out evenly throughout your whole bed. Over time, you might start to notice more worms, soil microbes, and earthworms gathering around these tunnels. These little allies help break down the scraps even faster and move the nutrients deeper into your soil. You can also replenish the tunnels seasonally, which is super convenient. After you harvest or before you start your next planting cycle, just open up a shallow trench along the same rows, or you can make new ones if you want. Add in some fresh banana peels and kitchen scraps, cover everything with soil, and then just let nature do its thing. With hardly any effort, your soil keeps getting richer every single season. If you're looking for a few advanced tips to get the most out of this method, try combining your banana peel tunnels with other organic amendments. Things like eggshells, crushed coffee grounds, and even small amounts of leaf litter can really round out the nutrient profile and boost microbial activity even more. Just remember to avoid adding meat, dairy, or oily scraps, since those can attract pests or cause unwanted odors. So, you can definitely combine banana peel tunnels with other soil amendments like compost or worm castings. Just remember, balance is key. Avoid overloading your soil with too many fresh materials at once. That way, you'll get the best results for your plants without risking nutrient imbalances. Moisture is another key factor. Tunnels work best in soil that retains some moisture but isn't waterlogged. If you're in a dry region, a light watering after burying the scraps helps jumpstart microbial activity. In rainy climates, natural precipitation is usually sufficient, but make sure drainage prevents standing water in the trenches. The long-term benefits, well, they're pretty impressive. Over time, repeated use of banana peel tunnels transforms not only plant growth, but also soil structure. Clay-heavy soils become looser and more friable, sandy soils retain water better, and the overall soil biome really flourishes. Roots grow deeper, nutrient uptake becomes more efficient, and your garden requires fewer inputs from store-bought fertilizers. What makes this technique truly revolutionary is how it integrates composting directly into the garden bed. You're creating a living system where waste is converted into resources, pests are minimized, and soil biology is enhanced, all while saving time and effort. For gardeners seeking high productivity with minimal labor, this is honestly one of the most practical and effective hacks available. Bringing it all together, the rotten banana peel tunnel is a simple, actionable technique that really embodies the principles of regenerative gardening. It turns food waste into a nutrient bank, boosts microbial activity, improves soil structure, and feeds plant roots all season long. With just a little effort, you can create a garden ecosystem that is self-sustaining, fertile, and resilient. Regenerative gardening is all about working with nature to build healthier soil and more resilient plants year after year. Whether you're a beginner eager to see quick results or an experienced gardener looking for a low-effort soil boost, this method delivers. It's easy to implement, cost-effective, and scalable from small raised beds to larger in-ground plots. Best of all, it aligns perfectly with sustainable gardening practices, turning what would otherwise be trash into living soil. By embracing this underground composting trick, you're not just feeding your plants. You're feeding the soil itself, nurturing a garden that thrives naturally. And as your beds become richer, you'll notice healthier plants, bigger harvests, and a garden that practically manages itself season after season. Subscribe to HydroHaven for more regenerative gardening tips, lazy gardener soil hacks, and practical strategies that turn dead beds into living, thriving ecosystems. Share this guide with fellow gardeners and watch your gardens flourish like never before.